recorded this a while back, and it turns out that I made pretty much every mistake you can make when you're trying to weld. So I figured I would make a video called What to Expect When You're Welding.
Oh shit, gas.
So here I noticed that the welds were sparking a lot more than I expected, and that it wasn't giving me a nice clean bead, and I figured out that I had not turned the gas on yet.
I have no battery power. You have that plug drill. Yeah, sounds like shit.
Here I noticed, even with the shielding gas on, that the welds weren't sitting down as well. It was sparking, and I had turned down the heat because this was a cosmetic weld, but I ended up having to turn it back up just so that the welds would sit.
My welder. There we go. Hot.
So I pulled my hand back away here because I got burned. I'm not wearing welding gloves because my friend was using it for grinding, but just wear welding gloves. I have a scar here still, and it's been about 4 weeks since I shot this.
Okay.
Here you can see me hitting the weld with the hammer. If you hit it while it's still hot, you can actually shape the weld so that it goes more in line with the piece that you're hitting. I didn't find my hammer fast enough, so it doesn't do much here. Another thing to note is that I say welding. It's a system that my friend and I have. When we notice the other person is nearby, we will say out loud welding so that the other person knows to either look away or put their mask on. The sound that you're hearing, which sounds like fried bacon, is the sound that you're trying to go for when you're welding. You can usually tell how good a weld is based off of sound alone from MIG. It should be making that sound when you're frying bacon, that tss, tss sound. That first sound you hear in this section, that's what it sounds like when you burn through. So I'm trying to weld a very small hole shut, but it had been thinned out because it was raised, so I ground it flat. But because I had ground it flat, there was not a lot of material, so when I put a bead on it, it just went straight through it and makes that sound. And when you hear that sound, that means either the material that you're welding is too thin for the heat you are on, or your heat is too high for the material, so you either have to move away from it, build it back up, or turn the heat down.
That metal is awfully thin.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but that just might be the case. I mean, I ground down something that was raised, so it's... Your face is super dirty.
Is it?
Yeah.